Man, I don't know what to say. I want to go to bed and hopefully wake up realizing this was all a dream. It's weird that it feels like the season's over this early. You have anything that you are able to say?
Yes, I just have to gather my
It's
thoughts
okay. It's okay if
in
you
my
don't.
head right now because this was usually when you have nightmares, they're fake. This is a real life, one of my worst nightmares ever. Everything was set up for the Jags to come into this game and win in dominating fashion. 4 starting offensive linemen out. Excuse the Texans fans back here. We picked them up from the street. 3 starting defensive backs out. A rookie quarterback. There's no words. There's really no words to explain this. Everybody in the stands was watching, flabbergasted and in shock. And it's a shame that I sat here and criticized our fan base for not coming last week. And then we come do this in the same sort of situation, you know? Hot ass game. Cheaper tickets though, so like you should show up, but like it's like why, you know, why come to the home game when they're gonna put up 0 points? 0 points in the first half. If I wanted to watch 0 points in the first half, I would just watch the Penn State Iowa game yesterday. That's what we looked like. We would look like the Iowa Hawkeyes, bruh. At least last week we could blame Press Taylor, we could blame, you know, minor things. This week it's on everybody. Not one thing went well today. Trevor throwing picks, defense giving up all these chunk plays. The kick return by the slowest guy possibly on the field. And if you look at that replay, all these little foot tackles, pathetic. And the last person to be able to tackle him on that kick return touchdown was our third string running back. He should have been able to get there. And he also attempted a little feet tackle. I hate that. Like, go get him. Go wrap him up and tackle him, not dive at his feet. Pathetic. Pathetic. And I said before this game that if we lost it, we are going to panic. And we're going to panic together. And now we're here. We're panicking. If you lose to the Texans without 7 starters on both sides of the ball, what game in this league can we confidently go into and say, hey, we're going to win this? This was my last stand for that. Like, hey, we're about to go play the Texans. Offensive linemen out, defensive guys out. We're going to go put up 30. No, they put up 40, and we didn't even get 20. So I'm done being confident with the Jags. I'm back to pessimistic Dunn. I don't even remember the last time pessimistic Dunn existed, but he's back. I don't care if we play the Falcons next week. They're beating us. Bills beating us. Colts beating us. Everybody's beating us until I see this team be who they should be. Like, I don't want the Jags to be a team that, because people in the stands are like, oh, we came back from 27-0 in the play. I don't care. I don't want to be the team that has to come back from 3, 4, 5 touchdowns every game, and that's our identity. Go dominate the whole game. Why can't we do that? Pathetic. We're done. We're done. We are tanking for Drake May, Caleb Williams. Take your pick.
We might be bad enough to get Caleb Williams.
Bagwires.
Man, I thought it was done. I thought we were done with that. I thought like last year, so many curses were lifted, and the Texans are supposed to be our get right game. And this just hurts so much having a Texans fan behind us right now. it just hurts so much more. Because like we were just talking before this game, like I can't imagine. Like in my head, I was like, if we lose this game, something big is wrong. But in the back of my mind, I was like, well, we're not gonna lose. We're not gonna lose it.
Yeah,
if we lose it, something's wrong. But I knew that we weren't gonna lose it. This is crazy. I don't know what much to say except I think Trent Baalke has fumbled a lot of moves. Including the offensive line, which looks putrid. Trevor has no time to throw. The receivers made some. Agnew fumbled again.
Yep, another Agnew fumble.
Ridley had drops. It's like
this, and it is like we thought we were a different team this year, and told Andy during the Colts game when we were sitting in here watching it, and we came back. You know, we thought that was the Jags team that we were going to know. You know, the team that's able to like, you know, switch the adversity, get down the field, and take the lead back. But after these last two games, that's just simply not the case. And after Calvin Ridley, of all players, drops the first opportunity to score in the game, I think it was before the Texans scored.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, it's every time we watch a game, it's like a play happens that doesn't go our way, and it's like, it's going to be one of those games. But I was ready to unlearn that, but the exact same thing happened this game. Calvin Ridley, of all players, man, Calvin Ridley drops that pass. He dropped another one, too. He dropped several, actually. He dropped that touchdown. He might have been down at the one, but still, we most likely would have punched it in. He drops that, and I'm like, it's going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those. And then what set it in for real was that first C.J. Stroud bomb to whoever the hell it was. They have Tank Dell, Michi, Robert Woods. I shouldn't even know the receivers. But he threw it to one of them, wide open down the field. And I set the tone for the Texans and paved the way for the Jags to be terrible the rest of the game. Awful. Nothing.
We didn't get one sack.
Nothing to defend here.
They were missing 4 of their starting offensive linemen, and we didn't get one sack. If you're paying attention to the Lions game, Aiden Hutchinson had a couple sacks. I hate to like keep comparing poor Trayvon Walker to Aiden Hutchinson, but like it's really me talking crap about Trent Baalke. Let's take a look at the comments. I put up a poll. Do you have any hope for the Jaguars going forward? No is winning. Yeah, he's sport lover or whatever said. So we're just giving out wins now. Yes. I don't want to see Calvin Ridley treated like any other receiver again. Anything other than I don't know what that said. Sorry, guys.
he said he was too hyped up.
I'm just not. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know because clearly we have more talent on paper, but something's wrong with the penalties, the drops, the miscommunication. So if it's coaching, that's unfortunate because Doug Peterson's supposed to be our savior and Trevor's supposed to be our savior. Like he's supposed to be a leader. Oh man.
They're talking about how Josh Allen was 3 sacks fluke in week 1.
Yeah. The 2 pushed out of bounds. Like, come on. I got a chuckle out of the graphics last week that had him still on the leaderboard for sacks, like tied for 3rd or whatever. I'm like, see how long that lasts.
Yeah. Yeah. Show me a single sign of progress. Any sign? I'm waiting. Yeah, we're all waiting for that. He said this was supposed to be the get right game because we looked sloppy week 1. Week 2, we looked non-existent. This was the week we were like, okay, it's week 3. We should be able to get our game plan together and be able to go out there and score 30 plus points. So the fact that the Texans did that instead with the team that they had, it just leaves you asking questions, continuous questions that Jags fans have had for decades now. And we're here yet again with another slow start to the season. Like I understand last year was probably the best season that we've ever had as Jags fans, but
probably the best we'll ever have.
I didn't want to go into this game or this season starting 2-7 and then having to climb our way back from that. I don't want to experience that again. I want to stay with everybody throughout the season and not have to work our way back. And now we are 1-1 in the division How we lose a division game to the Texans?
I thought this was going to be us today.
70-20.
I thought this was going to be us.
Oh my God. 70-20.
I thought we were going to take our frustration out from the Chiefs game onto the Texans, but we just got manhandled by, on paper, no offense, a depleted roster, a bad roster. But CJ Stroud looked like him, unfortunately, just tossing receivers that, what I thought should be Trevor throwing to Ridley.
David Fridius, if I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. He says, we're still good. Stop hating.
How do you say that? You clearly did not just sit in the 90-degree heat like we did and have to watch this piss poor performance, uninspiring football. And else you probably wouldn't be saying that.
If you're in the comments saying we're good, I need you to try to keep commenting and try to convince other people in this comments why you think the Jags are good. And don't give me any hopeful BS talking about, it's early in the year. That doesn't matter. We're talking about right now. We're living in the moment. We could pass away tomorrow. We're talking about right now. Convince me the Jags are good in week 3 of the NFL. You can't do that. So we're not hating. We're calling it like it is. We lost to another rookie quarterback. I said another, but Richardson, he was this close to doing it. We put up no touchdowns on the Chiefs. We put up no touchdowns in the first half today. The only reason we scored that first touchdown in the third quarter was because the Texans helped us with a pass interference in the end zone, which got us to the 1 yard line, and we just ran it in. Without that penalty, who knows what our score would be? We only had 17. But you can't convince anybody right now that the Jags are good. Like, the Jaguars should not be higher than 25 in the NFL power rankings. That's how bad we are right now. That is not hating. That is telling it like it is. That's being realistic. That's not being a delusional Jags fans, as some of y'all have been over the years. We are not good.
It's got to be coaching, but I hate to blame Doug because it just seems like he does it all the right way. He's such a good coach. I have no idea.
Yeah, man. I can't explain anything right now. I don't understand why our offense isn't clicking. This is the second year in the system. What's going on? What's going on in that locker room right now? I have no idea. Apparently, the Colts beat the Ravens with Gardner Minshew starting. Yep, they just got a field goal. They got a field goal in overtime to beat the Ravens.
Good for them.
So
we have no reason to be score watching for other AFC South teams. We have too many issues at home.
Yeah, like we're supposed to come out here and dominate this division, and now it's looking like we're going to be fighting for it the whole way. Insane. Can't even talk confidently anymore. Your comment just says we're good. You got to back it up.
That pisses me off.
You got to back it up.
We're good.
Give them a chance. That's what I told you not to comment.
Give them a chance. What does that mean?
I told
Give them a chance.
I just told you not to comment like that. I told you, tell me why.
Bro, we're coming off a lot of momentum from last season. We have like 2 new starters on offense, and we look like this. The Dolphins just put up 70 points.
70 points. And
we're not good. We're far from good.
They have a rookie running back that put up 203 rush yards. How are we good when we had 0 in the first half and we got gifted our first touchdown? How are we good?
Trent Baalke not like signing a pass rusher, signing any more O-line depth is just crazy to me. Here's a tweet. I haven't actually read it yet. Coach Doug Peterson should be criticized harshly for not having his team ready to play this week versus Houston after that Kansas City loss. We're also hearing how practice was so much better than last week. Oh, energy at the practice is high because they blame practice for losing to the Chiefs and not having any offense.
Yeah, he said practice wasn't good practice this week.
Yeah, and then this week they're like, we're playing a good practice, and now we see what happened after a good practice. That just goes to show you how much of a lie using practice as an excuse for why you came out stale versus the Chiefs. That's such a lie and such a way to find something to blame it on when that's not the case. Maybe we just suck.
What does this team need to go out there and play like some animals.
God, I wish I knew. Maybe, I mean, I know the O-line stinks, and that's where you win and lose games sometimes.
Yeah.
And I know that needs to be improved on.
But it's not just O-line, because we had fumbles, we had the effort on the kick return touchdown. There were so many things, man. Texans put up 37 points. The blame is everywhere. And I know we love Doug because he's this figure that, brought us to the playoffs last year. We're still high off that Chargers game. Well, we got to move the hell on because it's a new season and we're trying to get back to the playoffs, back to an AFC championship game, and we're trying to fight for Super Bowl. And week 3 weeks into this year, it looks far from happening. Miles.
And I was believing this team, like when they would say that, the expectations are loud from outside, but we don't pay attention to that. We know that it's got to be earned, and it's not given. But what it looks right now is that they expected that these wins to be given to them.
Yeah, did they just come out here expecting the Texans to fold over because they were without all of those players? Is that a thing? Do professional players just come out here lackadaisical because they think that the other team's not going to come out as serious because they're depleted in their roster? I don't know. I wish I could be in that locker room. We have sounds of the game. Maybe we'll get answers there.
I'm not watching again.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Chiefs one, but something's got to change. I don't know what it is, and I hate that we may have to wait till week 11 to see a switch. I don't want to wait for that again. I don't want to be 2-6 at the bye. I think we'll have like 6 games before the bye or something like that. I don't want to have 2 wins at the bye and then come out of the bye, come back here to Jacksonville, because that's where we're at. I know where you guys are watching from, but we're in Jacksonville. And when we come out of that bye, we host the 49ers. And that'll be a hell of a way to come out of a bye week if we have a losing record. Right. It's all negative. Nothing you can say to make me positive about this team right now. It's awful. It needs fixed top to bottom. And I hope they fix it sooner than later. Get out of Jacksonville. You played terrible here. Go to London, regroup, enjoy the fish and chips, and get your dang shit together. Falcons, Bills. And the Bills look like a powerhouse now. So we used to talk crap about the Bills all the time, talking about how they own it or how we own them. And they put up 30-plus points the past 2 weeks. Put up 37 today against Commanders. Ain't no confidence against the Bills. Ain't even no confidence against the Falcons. Insane, man. Texas fan back here just soaking it all up. Living it up. We brought him to the game. He's our buddy. Flew in from Houston. Sat with us. He was having the time of his life. I wish I could relate. Every time I go to an away game, we get stomped. Last away game I saw where we won was the Jets, and that don't even count because that was Zach Wilson's going away party. And that's when we were on our surge. And before that, I think it was 2019 was the last time I saw a road win physically, me, in person.
Any takeaways, Dino? We just had someone that says, is that a Houston fan in the back? Let's hear from him. Jeez. Don't be humble. He thinks that this might be the Texans coming out of the slums. I mean, I don't know. I think you guys took advantage of. I mean, I think CJ Stroud could be good. You guys also took advantage of a poorly prepared team. Yeah.
Yep. You got rookie everything. But hell no. That was no fluke.
No, yeah, no fluke.
Y'all put up 37. Unfortunately.
It's crazy. It was like everyone's like, "Oh, Jags, it's their division to lose. Not even going to be close." What a joke. And what sucks is I don't know whose fault it is. It could be
I have no idea. It's like
the chicken or the egg. Is it the O-line? Could be. But if the O-line played well, are we putting up points again? Is it Trevor? Is it the play calling? What comes first? Is it Trent Baalke? Did he not add enough good players? That's what sucks about this.
Right now, if you guys are familiar with pop culture, this feels like the SpongeBob meme where SpongeBob and Patrick are running outside and Squidward's looking through his window down at him, we're Squidward looking down at everybody else in the NFL, running around, winning games, all happy. Not everybody, obviously, but that's how I feel. I feel locked inside, looking down at all the successful NFL teams that have turned it around in way less time and made spectacular moves in free agency and offseason and trading. And we just sit on our hands and draft 13 players who can't do anything. Like, how do we get no sacks today? And let CJ Stroud toss for, let's check.
That's
280 yards and a touchdown, 20 for 30, two touchdowns, 20 for 30. No picks.
Yeah, if I were making a blame chart, I think Trent Baalke would be number one on my list.
Ooh, man, please let the clowns resurface. Let it happen.
Number two would probably be coaching.
Because people were already saying in this offseason, they were saying, like, how about all those people that put the clown mask on? Well, we can turn it back. If you guys want to play that game, we can turn it back and say, now what? How are y'all looking? How are y'all feeling now? We back to clowns? Back-to-back weeks, man. Even week one, we didn't look good. Back-to-back weeks. Show up. When will we show up? When will this Jags offense show up?
I can't wait to watch the post-game press conference.
I hope we said they're pissed last week.
Yeah, I know. We thought they were pissed.
They better be. They'll be ready to murder somebody today.
Man, even the poll doesn't. The people that are voting, chat doesn't know who's to blame. We have like even votes for play calling, Doug Peterson or Trent Baalke. Who's to blame? Man, those are all three tied.
Well, I could Clowns Unite. We back.
We back to
clowns. I'm showing up in clown attire. We start the movement right now.
Crazy. I did not.
Hey, 2 London games and we back home and clown out for Colts again, and then we beat them because they suck here. So that's when I would be really down bad, when the Colts finally beat us in Jacksonville. That's a streak I actually believe in. But yeah, everyone's to blame, and us fans have to deal with this yet again. It's terrible. Jaguars tweet.
I'm just seeing.
Doug's live.
I don't think I can.
Can we show this? This is copyright.
I don't know. I'm just gonna show this. Tell them what we're about to leave and watch.
Doug doesn't look mad enough.
Man, guys. Oh, I wish we had answers for you, but this is kind of just like event session.
Yeah, it's been event session kind of the last 3 weeks.
Yeah. Remember our stream after the Dolphins game?
Oh, yeah. We're so hyped. Hey, kudos to Dolphins, man.
70 points is, man, I mean, imagine if we watched that today. 70 points.
This is the worst part about going to Jags home games. We sit in the heat, we watch terrible offense, and we miss 5 amazing games that we only get to watch highlights of.
I don't know how much more longer I can do this.
Like we give up watching Red Zone for 3 hours to watch 0 points in halftime and bake in the sun and pass out and dehydrate. So everyone who sold their Kansas City Chiefs tickets, sorry for calling you out. My bad. They did get their bag.
Yeah, Taylor Swift is in Travis Kelce's box at the Chiefs game. So as a big Taylor Swift fan and big Travis Kelce hater, this is just icing on the cake for me today.
Terrible all around. Terrible all around. Well, the good thing is we are college football fans.
And we also don't have to go to any more Jags games for frick. The New Orleans game I have tickets for. Pittsburgh I have tickets for. No, I don't, but I have a flight.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
New Orleans and Pitt. Hey, if we keep looking terrible, consider those canceled. Won't be doing it. I mean, I do have the stadium bucket list, but I might have to just Pittsburgh, New Orleans. I can miss those. I've seen great stadiums, and I don't think Pitt and New Orleans will take top 5 on my list.
Looks like we punished him. Like he's in timeout.
That we put him back there. Hey, you beat us so bad. Get out of here.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was tough to watch because you know us and you just have empathy for us. But
yeah,
no,
right.
you didn't.
You cheered so
You
hard.
didn't feel bad at all. And he was just hot and pissed. He was hot and pissed.
So there's like Luis Little or something just said, I hope they have a players only meeting. Even if everything around you sucks, you still control your own effort. Didn't see much inspired football out there except for ETN. I mean, I've never seen really player only meetings work. If we have to have a players only meeting, especially in week 3, there's like deeper issues that I don't think can be fixed.
Are they too hot? Do they need IVs?
What's funny is like Doug and the players are like saying, I hope it's hot for the Chiefs. I hope it's hot for the Texans. It looks like it's too hot for us, and we practice here.
Yeah. It said player-only meetings are a sign everyone has already checked out. Rarely help anything.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Peace. All right. Well.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm sure you feel just as bad as us. We will see you in London for the Falcons.
Which is, speaking of like an inspired team, that's a young inspired team. So good luck, Jags.
Yeah.
You're facing another hungry team
that lost 20-6 today.
I don't care. Okay. I'm sorry, Grizz. That's a reaction. I'm overreacting. I'm getting too loud. To think that the division is so bad they can still win it, that's not on my mind. Kind of like how we lost to the Chiefs and people were like, oh, I thought we were going to lose to the Chiefs anyway. I don't care. I want us to look good. I want us to look promising.
Yeah.
I don't care that the division is still winnable. I don't care.
Of course it's still winnable, but how can you think that the Jags are going to win it after what you've watched the past 3 weeks? You got to put that in perspective. You can't just say, oh, the division, it's a realistic win, but we just lost to somebody in our division pretty badly. Very badly, he says. So not on my mind to win the division until the Jags can actually come out here and look like a competent team. So we appreciate you guys. We're going to head out of here and sulk.